choosing your yarns. I want you to succeed on this first project. I badly want you to succeed. Honestly, I wouldn't be doing this whole video series if I didn't. So, what I want you to do is either this is a Hobby Lobby, this is Michael's, and this is Hobby Lobby too. But what I want you to do is find yourself a worsted weight yarn that has a nice smooth feel to it. Here's a really good hint. When you feel it, if it feels scratchy, it's probably not going to run well. At least not in the beginning. You can make those things run, but that's not how we want to start. So please, find yourself a nice yarn that you can get started with, okay? I do a lot of waste yarn with this one. Actually, all of these. But these kinds of yarns, you're probably very safe. Now, if you're not staying within these kind of brands, I want to suggest to you, please, do not start off with blue. And I know people are like, you were really biased against blue. I'm not biased against blue. It's one of my favorite colors. Absolutely one of my favorite colors. The challenge is this: there's something in the dyeing process of these yarns that blue has a tendency to not run as well and causes more problems. That's the only reason why I say to stay away from it for now. Just for now. Just for now. Choose a different color and do not go to black because you can't see what you're doing in the long run, okay? Please do not go to black. Now, for our project that we're going to start, I'm going to show you how to do all the stuff and things with these green yarns. But then in the long of it, I'm going to show you a different color. In fact, I'll just show you what I'm going to use. So my project is going to be these two yarns. But I want to show you how to do things with those yarns because those are easy to see on camera, okay? But you're going to see me do this because our project's going to have change of color in it. So let's review real quick. You want something very smooth. It would really be nice if it had a sheen to it. If it has a nice feel to it, it might work really well. We do not want to start off with either a cotton or wool would work well if it's a good wool, but it's not really your start. Let's start with acrylic, please. Let's just start with acrylic. Only one is cheaper, so that way you can get a good start on it. Number two, it has a nicer finish on it. Yes, I know it's plastic. I'm sorry, but let's just start there so we get success, okay? You don't want anything that's snaggy I know many of you are thinking, well, I don't have anything like that. Well, they're cheap, hun. Y'all, they're cheap. These are, and if you're doing a Hobby Lobby every other week, they're 30% off. So, but like a velvet, I don't want you to do this yet. Please don't do this yet. It's fuzzy. It does not run in the machine all that great. It does run, but it's not going to give you the first time success, and it's a lot harder to see your stitches. So this is another one of those, because these were just scrunchies I made on I think I made it on the king size. And they're down the road, that'd be great. It's harder to see your stitches, and you got to watch your stitches more on those kind of things. Cotton is a very splitty yarn on these machines. It splits really bad because it doesn't have the same binding aspect that your wools and your acrylics do in the machines. It simply does not slide on the pins well. So don't choose those. I'm highly recommending for your first project. I'm highly recommending that you do something with a nice sheen. It could be any of those colors. Oh crud, I don't have any of that. But that is actually why I bought this one, is because I knew I'd never use it for anything else. So I would actually have one with a label on it for once. Because they have a nice feel. Caron Simply Soft is the one brand that you can definitely do all the time without any challenges. I use it often in the insides of my hats because it's got a nice feel to it. So, choose your yarns, choose wisely for your first project, okay? Do yourself a favor and let's succeed together, okay? Okay, so, and real quick, no fancy furs. Please don't do that yet because you can't see your stitches and they also get tangled. And try to use a size 4 or 5 your best bet is a 4 or 5. 4. They don't label these the same way anymore. Yeah, 4, 4. All of the worsted weights, size 4 yarn to start off with is your best bet. Now, if your Sentro's brand new, it might have come with 3 different things, samples of yarn. You can use those. You're just not going to get very far because they don't have very much on them. But so now that we've discussed a starting yarn, then stay tuned in the next module. If you go get these, hang on for one more video, and I'm going to talk about the tools that you need. So just in case you don't have them, you can probably pick up the little bit of things that you need to start off with. Okay, so if you're on board with me with this course, check out the next video that's going to show up someplace on the screen, and we're going to talk tools. Okay, all right. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.